you believe that you can heal yourself? Too often we give our power away to something outside of ourselves, and rarely, if ever, trust and tap into our innate healing power and intuition. Everyone has this capability to heal in ways we never thought possible. It's your sovereign right to claim and have true health and lasting wellness. Now, here is the host of the Dr. Dolores Show, Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in our amazing universe. And welcome to another episode of the Dr. Dolores Show. I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And, I got a question for my listeners. Do you ever feel like you're clinging to an old version of yourself out of fear, comfort, or habit? Or maybe what would it feel like if you fully trusted the unknown and said yes to your soul's evolution? Well, today we're going to talk about rebirthing yourself. And rebirthing yourself is, I think it's a very unique journey for everybody. And it's a unique definition for everybody as well. But it's really like how I define it is this. It's like you're recreating yourself. You are, a certain version of you is outdated and no longer is aligned with where you are energetically. And you are wanting to create something that is more aligned where you're going and who you are and what you're going to be capable of doing. So, just if you could imagine, a snake shedding its skin, rebirthing for us requires us to shed what no longer serves us. And this could be maybe old beliefs, old emotional wounds, unfulfilling relationships, outdated identities, or the stories that we tell ourselves that limit our capability of who we are. When we are able to rebirth ourselves, it's like we go through an emotional detox. We're releasing all those patterns that we probably took on that were not ours, but made them, your own unique pattern, and they were somebody else's. They were probably projections of maybe what your parents thought, or what society thought, or even religion, as far as that. And what I'm going to say is that, and we know that sometimes those emotions, such as grief, sadness, or anger, are like catalysts that allow us to shed the old version of ourselves and create a newer version. So, today I'm hoping to, assist you with your path to rebirthing yourself, because it's going to be your unique path. You could box it into, a small box and put all the elements that need to go in there and make it look pretty on the outside, but it's going to be your own unique raw journey. And it's okay, because the beauty is like it's yours, and it is something, when you're ready and brave enough and courageous enough to take a deep dive into, it'll be so transformative that your life will look completely different once you exit on the other side. And I know that's daunting for some people, and trust me, I've been there, and I know what it's like to be on the other side, and it's just amazing. And I would not have traded one moment of rebirthing the things that I needed to detox from, like the emotional detox and making peace with your past. So I just truly invite you to just be with this concept. And if you were like thinking about, pondering on the questions that I asked you about, what are you clinging on to? Are you clinging on to an old version of yourself out of fear, comfort, or habit? That's a big one to consider, because we do so many things on, I call, react or automatic, that sometimes we're not even aware that this is what we're doing. And once we kind of take a deep breath, drop into our bodies and just be with that and witness and observe what's going on, you can see, oh, this is what's going on. I'm staying here because I am comfortable, and it's easier to do this and be miserable than to trust the unknown and say yes to my evolution of where my soul wants me to go. So it's not for the weak of heart. It's, it requires courage, bravery, and I know that you got this. I believe that people are more courageous and brave than they give themselves credit. And I also feel too that when it's time to get moving and make some changes. So when we identify what needs to, be released and let go, we, get so much gold with, gold nuggets and wisdom, deep-seated wisdom from those aspects. And, it's about really making peace with that, but also paying reverence to those parts too, where you have been probably stuck and unaware. Whatever it is for you, just know that you are, where you're supposed to be at this very moment. So as we embrace the unknown, we need to take what we call a sacred pause. And a sacred pause is just something that allows us to be in the present moment and to be with whatever is going on with you. What I want to say is rebirth is an instant. There is a void that is the sacred pause, where the old has fallen away, but the new hasn't fully arrived. It's almost like being in gestation with a pregnancy. It's 9 months, and it is, 9 months of being in hotel mom and just kind of being and waiting and growing and developing and being an energetic sponge and taking on everything in your mother's environment as well as in the environment that she experiences. So there's a lot that's going on that is just, I want to say maybe it's another word for it is being in limbo, that space in between where there's nothingness because a new hasn't fully arrived. And so, maybe you're going to feel disoriented, but it's where profound transformation occurs. It's almost as if it's the place where everything that we can't see that's going to be important for us in the future is working behind the scenes to line things up so we could go into our next adventure. Okay. For some people who believe that what you see is what you get and what you see is all there is, I have a newsflash for you. There's more going on than you know. That's why sometimes when we want to manifest something, we have an idea, we set the intention, but yet there's like this lag period where sometimes it doesn't come together as quickly as we think it should because there's so many moving parts behind the scenes or in the unconscious or invisible realm that sometimes all those things need to be orchestrated together in order for that to manifest. It involves other people's, thoughts, beliefs, and everything else that come together. So this is where it's so important to surrender your control over that. Okay. Our ego wants certainty and timelines, and it's got to be happening right here, right now, because I said, and it's just like, I'm going to make this happen and force this. This is where when this happens, we're in our heads and we're trying to control it and make it happen and push a boulder up a hill. Sounds exhausting to me. How about you? When you surrender control, You're allowing for more possibilities. When you surrender control, you move from being in your headspace into being fully present in your body. When you're in your headspace, you're not in the present moment. You are living in the past or trying to create the future, but you are not in the present moment. So if you catch yourself being, trying to be a whirling dervish and being very uncomfortable in that sacred pause, I invite you to surrender control and allow yourself move from being in your head into your body and be in the present moment. And for those who may have a challenge with that, I invite you to go to my website, Dr. Dolores Fazzino. There will be a pop-up and you could get a copy of a free grounded guided meditation for being in the present moment. It's about a 5-minute meditation, but it's very effective. And you will be able to feel what it feels like to be in the present moment. I personally feel that when you're in the present moment, you're surrendering control. You are right here, right now, and you're in the flow of life instead of trying to make something happen and controlling it. And remember, trying to control something has much to do with our past relationships and our past experiences of trying to make ourselves feel safe. So I invite you to take that with you on a deeper tangent to explore what that's all about and to allow yourself to maybe you just need to label what it is and it just shifts to heal and transmute and allow it to dissolve. When we're developing inner stillness, we are able to connect with those aspects of ourselves that are what sometimes we call our higher self, our inner knowingness, our God spark, our chi body, our intuition. They are all one and the same. It also allows us to sit without fear to re-regulate our nervous system, because we know as a fact that there's a lot of nervous systems that we all have that are dysregulated. A lot of people are on chronic stress mode, which is chronic sympathetic nervous system. That's the stress one. Para is the peace. It's like the stress response to stress and high alert has been on Uber drive for way too long, and it's really caused a lot of problems for people health wise. And you might just automatically react to you fight, or you flee, you run away, or you freeze, you stand in one place and you just don't know what to do. You look like a deer in the headlights because your body is trying to compensate for that. And that's a conversation for another time and place. So anyway, developing that inner stillness and just learning how to trust yourself, trusting that inner wisdom that you're getting and maybe messages or nudges you're getting from spirit or your higher self. And sometimes these just occur, not very like, dun, 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 it's here. It's very subtle. It's very quiet. It's very still. And when you're in this space of being fully present and quiet, this is where the magic happens. This is where you're able to hear, you're able to listen, you're able to just get those sparks of information that are so very important for you to allow yourself with your rebirthing. So we're getting ready to go on our first break. And you're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show. I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And we're talking today about rebirthing yourself. And when we come back, we will talk more about connecting with your higher self. So stay tuned and see you on the other side.
Do you trust your instincts? Many of us don't. Yet this is the key to connecting to your innate healer within and your intuition. Tune in to the Dr. Dolores Show with nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer, Dr. Dolores Fazzino, to receive insights and tools to realign with your inner wisdom for lasting health and true wellness. Listen for the Dr. Dolores Show, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Ready to break free from complacency? Welcome to I'm Awake, Now What? Your monthly invitation to embrace conscious living. If you've been feeling lost or stagnant, this is your chance to awaken your purpose. Join our transformative conscious wake-up office hours every month for guidance and self-discovery. Experience the power of clarity and focus as you navigate towards holistic healing and empowerment. Don't just survive, thrive. Sign up now and unlock a wealth of benefits, including enhanced well-being, stress reduction, emotional healing, and connection. It's time to ignite the flames of purpose within and start your journey to a fulfilling life.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email become a host at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
This is the Dr. Dolores Show with Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to Dolores at drdoloresfazzino.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network. And I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And today's show is kind of dedicated to rebirthing yourself. And for many people, we're kind of shedding our skin and creating something new for ourselves. But how many of us cling to what's comfortable, what's out of habit? And sometimes it really is, it's very scary to take a step forward and make those changes. But I'm here today to encourage you that this is not as challenging or scary as it can be. It can be actually very enlightening and healing and even fun. So before break, we talked about letting go of the old and, identifying where you want to go. And we also talked about embracing the unknown, that sacred pause, that place where it's that space when you let go of something and there's nothing to come, but you're in gestation phase, just like you are in a pregnancy in Hotel Mom. And it's like waiting for all the parts to get aligned in order for it to be what's best for your highest and best self. And we also talked about the importance of learning, being comfortable in that void, but embracing the unknown and just allowing yourself to surrender control. So what I want to talk about now is we talk about connecting to our higher self, and, what is our higher self? We, many people, there's many definitions for it, but I define it as a deeper and wiser aspect of ourselves that is like our oversoul. It's the bigger portion of our soul. When we're here living on earth, we only have a small fragment of that master soul that's with us. Yet it is always guiding us, that master soul. And, sometimes because we're here on earth and we have free will and there's a lot of external noise, sometimes that voice of our higher self can be very, very lost in the external noise, and of course our inner doubt as well. When we have an intuitive awakening, rebirthing often activates the heightened intuitive awareness. So what that means is this: when we get still enough and quiet enough and become fully present within ourselves, that external noise that's been bombarding or distracting us becomes like, little kid that does this, la, 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 can't hear you. That's kind of what it's like, because it doesn't really matter. It's like you are so grounded within yourself that you are plugged into an outlet. Okay. And that outlet is your higher self. So just imagine you as you are, and you have a cord, and there's an outlet and that says higher self. You just plug into that higher self and see what happens. Because I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that you might all of a sudden feel like you got this whoosh download of energy that comes into your physical body and pretty much like grounds you into the earth as well. So play with that. I think you'll have a good time just, experimenting and feeling what that feels like. I also want to say too, is like sometimes many of us have a tendency to be givers, and we pull our, other people either suck our energy or we leak our energy to others. And one other thing you could do as well is just unplug all those energy. It's like having a electronic strip, you have for multiple, outlets. You have like 4 or 5 different things plugged into one thing. Just unplug that whole thing at the master. We're done. And you're going to realize when you even do that and jokingly do that, you're going to feel like you got more energy coming back to you. It's kind of weird and interesting how that works at the same time. So circling back to, the whole connection with your higher self, you're going to be able to have more alignment with what you need to do right here, right now. You will be more, I'm going to say, deliberate in what you're doing, in your thoughts and your purpose. You're not going to be trying to make something happen. You're allowing yourself to receive the the wisdom, but also your next steps as well. Too many of us think that we have to look under every rock to find what we need to find. And if you're that type of person, God bless you, because that's so exhausting. And it's just like, it's no wonder that we're always feeling like we have to be in motion, because we pop out of our body, go into our head and think, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. No, you don't need to do anything. You need to, the only thing you really need to do is just be quiet and step into yourself. That's the only thing you need to do so you could become more present within yourself. So some practices that could help you with your connection to your higher self, sometimes just, doing any type of meditation, journaling, body work, energy work, anything that's going to remove the energetic blocks. And, some signs to look for when this starts shifting within you, it's like you have this sense of inner peace and clarity, and then there's so many synchronicities that happen. These are signs that you're in alignment. Okay. You feel magnetized toward new opportunities, or it's like all of a sudden you're leaning in towards something. Follow that lead, because you are aligned with, if you're fully aligned, it's just like you're going to be led to your next steps, and it's going to be more effortless than you could imagine. So when you're in alignment, also, you're going to have a deep sense of knowing without external validation. And so many of us want to be validated externally. We have these insights and ideas, and you run something by your friend. Am I going crazy, or what's this? And it's, I think external validation, as long as it's with people that you absolutely trust, but don't rely on it as a crutch. Just say, I need to run something by you. I'm thinking about doing this. It feels right. I just need to, have, a blessing. Okay. Sometimes sometimes you just need to run something by somebody, but, not for every single thing. It's just like, sometimes we get, some things are really easy. Some things are a little more challenging. And especially when you're learning how to ride a bike, you have training wheels. So you're learning how to listen. You're going to be wobbly a little bit. You got training wheels. So it's okay to get a little bit external validation, but please don't rely on it all the time. Okay. Some of the things that are interesting too, and I don't know if anybody's on the same page with this, but we've had some massive solar flares, energy shifts, downloads lately, and it's the frequency of the Earth is still moving and changing and aligning and emerging and shifting, and sometimes when we have a rebirth too, those things affect you as well. And the common symptoms and sensations we experience during a personal rebirth may be, you might feel really fatigued. You maybe have let go of so much stuff that your body's processing that because you have been so immersed in it for so long. And it's like having a detox, a mental, emotional, spiritual, dimensional, ancestral detox. So, use your toolkit for self-care. Everybody has their own little things that they like to do to help themselves. And anything that's going to support you on your journey and your body and your nervous system. And I say your nervous system because, circling back to what we talked about in the first segment, is that we've been massively stressed out for so long that our nervous system is dysregulated, and sometimes it doesn't work as well as it had been. So anything you could do to support your nervous system, maybe some Tai Chi, Qigong, or anything that's going to slow your body down is going to be very helpful. For me, I sleep a lot. That's the way I process. And I've learned over the years that sometimes I just have to go to bed early and sleep for 12 hours. And then I feel like a completely different person when I wake up. So yes, we all go through these things. It's not like a one and done. It's a lifelong journey and a process, but it's allowing you to be able to navigate and maneuver through these times as you're moving forward. When you're in the present moment, you know what's happening, you're tuned into your body, and you know what your body needs, and you just intuitively know what you need to do to take care of self. And this is the ultimate of self-care. And remember too that when rebirth as empowerment and awakening, it's like we are returning to claiming our sovereignty. It's not about becoming someone new. It's about becoming more you. And I love this because we're only a little aspect of our true, authentic self sometimes. And when you're rebirthing yourself, you're capturing more and more of your true essence. And your essence is what really vibrates out into humanity and really creates your life, basically, because who you are, you show up as you are, not who you are, but it's like the essence of you. Okay, we could pretend that we're something else, but our true essence is there. And it makes me think about this with Pigpen, from Peanuts and Charles Schwartz. It's like Pigpen, had this cloud around him, and it was this stinky cloud, but that was his true essence, and it wasn't his true essence was something different, but I'm probably botching this up, but but the thing is, his true essence was something, his true essence was not the smelly part of himself, but the deeper part of himself. But who he was on the outside was that stinky thing. So I think that made sense now. Anyway, so I'm going to leave you with that because I need to take a break. So you're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network, and I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And we've been talking about rebirthing yourself. And when we come back, we'll chat a little bit more, and we'll see if we could put it together in a meditation for you so you could have an experience. All right, see you on the other side.
Do you trust your instincts? Many of us don't. Yet this is the key to connecting to your innate healer within and your intuition. Tune in to the Dr. Dolores Show with nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer, Dr. Dolores Fazzino, to receive insights and tools to realign with your inner wisdom for lasting health and true wellness. Listen for the Dr. Dolores Show, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Ready to break free from complacency? Welcome to I'm Awake, Now What? Your monthly invitation to embrace conscious living. If you've been feeling lost or stagnant, this is your chance to awaken your purpose. Join our transformative conscious wake-up office hours every month for guidance and self-discovery. Experience the power of clarity and focus as you navigate towards holistic healing and empowerment. Don't just survive, thrive. Sign up now and unlock a wealth of benefits, including enhanced well-being, stress reduction, emotional healing, and connection. It's time to ignite the flames of purpose within and start your journey to a fulfilling life.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is the Dr. Dolores Show with Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to Dolores at drdoloresfazzino.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network, and I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And we've been talking today about rebirthing yourself. And, rebirthing is about shedding the old of who you are, the old beliefs, the old ideas, the old woundings, to name a few. And then it's about realigning with the deeper aspect of who our soul is. Okay. It's like realigning with a deeper aspect to create a different essence for ourselves. And we were talking about claiming our sovereignty before we had our last break. And I just want to go back to that. It's like rebirth is not just becoming someone new. It is about becoming more you. Okay. You're learning how to become more you. And it's about you reclaiming your personal power. It's about awakening from the illusion that we have to be a certain way. The illusion is the projections that our society and life and our parents and the world has put onto us, and we've taken and owned it as our own. We've given our power away to that. And rebirthing is about moving from surviving to thriving. Oftentimes when we are locked into old patterning, it's like we're imprisoned by something that is, by the illusion that isn't even ours. So when you're able to break that illusion and move into reclaiming your power, you're going to thrive beyond your expectations. It's also about healing the inner child that we all have and the inner critic. These hold a lot of fear or resistance, and when we rebirth ourselves, it's about embracing all those things with love and helping them evolve alongside the new you. It's not about ignoring them, pushing them away. It's about inviting them to step in to become part of your new you. And what I really love is this, if you have the visualization that collective consciousness is like this big body of water, okay? We each are little drops of water. And as we transform and change, our essence of those changes drops into that pool of water. And when a drop of water drops into a pool of water, it ripples out and it affects everything that encompasses the water. I feel when we choose transformation, you give silent permission for others to do the same. So you really are affecting other people more than you know. You're healing family lines, communities, and even the collective energy field. So I feel that this is a real important thing right now in our evolution as human beings on Earth. We have the power to shift and change things. So what I'd like to do now is to put things together for a guided meditation. But what I really want to say before we go there is transformation is already in motion for those who are listening. There's a reason why you're listening to this, okay? I encourage you to trust your journey and know that you are not alone, and that we have you. We have your back. Okay? Many people are going through a lot of changes right now, and more so, but nobody talks about it because it's just like, people keep things privately to themselves, which is okay. But I just want you to know that you're not alone. Okay? So let's get ready to go into our guided meditation. And we're going to learn how to let go, embrace the unknown, and connect with our higher self and stepping into empowerment. So this is what rebirthing is. So I invite you to find a comfortable position. You could either sit down or lie down. And when you're ready, just gently close your eyes and allow your hands to rest softly by your side or on your belly. And take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. And let yourself arrive fully in this moment. There's nothing to do, just to be. As you breathe, imagine a soft golden light surrounding you. It's gentle, feels warm, and is very supportive. This light is the essence of your soul, pure, timeless, and wise. Let it hold you and let it soften anything that feels tense or heavy. Take another slow breath in, and as you exhale, feel yourself beginning to release. Release the old stories, old roles, old versions of yourself that no longer resonate. You do not need to fix or force anything, just allow. Let go with grace, like leaves falling from trees in autumn. You are shedding what no longer serves you. Now, imagine yourself standing at the edge of a gentle flowing river. This river represents the unknown, the space between you, who you were, and who you are becoming. You're invited to step in, not with fear, but with trust. With each breath, you step deeper into the river. You are not alone. Your higher self walks with you, calm, radiant, deeply knowing. You feel safe in the not knowing. You feel supportive in the unfolding. You are becoming. Now, allow yourself to connect with your higher self, that infinite part of you that sees beyond time, beyond struggle. Visualize them standing in front of you, beaming with love and wisdom. They gently place their hand on your heart and speak, "You are ready. You are more powerful than you know. Trust this journey. You are not losing yourself. You are coming home." Feel those words settle in your heart. Now, take a moment to invite in the new version of you, the one who is empowered, aligned, and free, and see them clearly. Feel their energy, their confidence, their grace. You are becoming them. In fact, you already are. So breathe in this new energy and let it fill every cell in your body, renewing, recharging, realigning. Feel the shift. Feel the rebirth. You are no longer who you were. You are now aligned with who you came here to be. And so when you're ready, slowly begin to return to this room. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring back your awareness to your body and gently open your eyes. Take one final breath in and exhale with gratitude. You are reborn, you are ready, and your journey continues beautifully and powerfully. So we're getting ready to go on our next break, and you've been listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network. And when we return, we'll wrap it up and give you the highlights of rebirthing yourself. So stay tuned.
Do you trust your instincts? Many of us don't. Yet this is the key to connecting to your innate healer within and your intuition. Tune in to the Dr. Dolores Show with nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer, Dr. Dolores Fazzino, to receive insights and tools to realign with your inner wisdom for lasting health and true wellness. Listen for the Dr. Dolores Show, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Ready to break free from complacency? Welcome to I'm Awake, Now What? Your monthly invitation to embrace conscious living. If you've been feeling lost or stagnant, this is your chance to awaken your purpose. Join our transformative conscious wake-up office hours every month for guidance and self-discovery. Experience the power of clarity and focus as you navigate towards holistic healing and empowerment. Don't just survive, thrive. Sign up now and unlock a wealth of benefits, including enhanced well-being, stress reduction, emotional healing, and connection. It's time to ignite the flames of purpose within and start your journey to a fulfilling life.
This is the Dr. Dolores Show with Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. To participate in the program, join the live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also send an email to Dolores at drdoloresfazzino.com. Now, back to the program.
And welcome back, everybody. You're listening to the Dr. Dolores Show on Inspired Choices Network. I'm Dr. Dolores Fazzino, nurse practitioner, medical intuitive, and energy whisperer. And today we've been talking about rebirthing yourself. And, I'm just going to do a little segue here because I just think this is really important. So many of you are, you probably are wondering what's next for you. And, maybe you've woken up and, part of rebirthing, it's part of waking up is rebirthing yourself. And I'm just here to say you're not alone. So I am going to invite you to join I'm Awake Now What? And with my partner, Cozy Stankadis, who's a body talk practitioner, and also she's a master energy healer. Her and I both have combined our forces, and we are offering a weekly event that we go on Zoom live every Tuesday and talk about different topics that are up for people and offer healing support, nurturing, and community. So if this is something that, is of interest to you, I invite you to come so we could support you and to allow you to move into your next steps. So just go to my website, Dr. Dolores Fazzino, and you'll see a tab for I'm Awake Now What? Just click on that and it'll prompt you through the information that we have, and would love to have you. So As we kind of conclude our episode today, when we rebirth ourselves, we are really actually stepping into more of who we are. Okay. And some of the takeaways from our show today are this: letting go is a sacred act. Okay. When we let go, we are no longer trying to control things. I wouldn't say we're giving up, but sometimes it gets to the point where we feel like we are giving up. And when we give up like that, sometimes that whole action is enough to get out of our own way. And this is where we're actually letting go and things start manifesting. Rebirthing begins with a conscious release of outdated beliefs, identities, and emotional baggage. It's not about loss. It's about making space for our next evolution. I always say your next upgrade. And don't we like upgrades? Upgrades are good. Remember, the unknown is a portal, not a threat. Embracing the unknown is essential in the rebirthing process. Remember, we didn't know what it was like when we were being born. It's where your soul begins to speak louder than your fear, guiding you into alignment with your true self. Okay? It's about coming within ourselves to listen to what's really true for us instead of being distracted and drowned out by the external noise that is out there. Resistance is a sign of transformation. When resistance arises, it often means you're on the edge of something meaningful. And that is so true. I speak from personal experience on that. It's like when you feel like you've hit your wall, next thing you know, something shifts and changes. Acknowledge it, feel it, use it as fuel to move forward with grace and courage. And when I work with clients, I always know that they're on the cusp of moving through something when they are having so much resistance. So know that that's a good sign. Your higher self knows the way. Very true. Connecting with your higher self through intuition, meditation, quiet reflection offers unwavering guidance and reassurance. You are never alone in this journey. You have more help than you could imagine. It might be invisible help, but it's there. Rebirth is ongoing. It's not a one-time event. It's not a one and done. We are constantly rebirthing ourselves, continuing to grow and learn and evolve. And each phase of our life offers a new opportunity to realign, recommit, and remember who we truly are. So just remember this. Rebirthing yourself isn't about becoming someone else. It's about coming home to the most authentic version of who you already are. When you allow yourself to release, trust, and step into the unknown with intention, you create space for grace, healing, and expansion. Your transformation isn't in the distance. It's unfolding now. Honor your journey, trust your timing, and know you are the creator of your own becoming. So I'm going to leave you with a quote, and it's by Anais Nin. And the day came when the risk to remain tight in a bud was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. So I know we covered quite a bit today. Rebirthing is not for the weak of heart, but I know that you got this. And just know that your journey is your own personal adventure. It's going to ebb and flow. There's going to be highs and lows, but it's a necessity for us to reconnect to the aspects of our higher self. So until next week, be good to yourself. Love yourself. You are worth it.
Thank you for listening to the Dr. Dolores Show. Dr. Dolores returns Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. 2 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Mountain, 12 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. Until then, remember to be kind to yourself and create your best life. You are worth it.